Rimes is a phenomenon. A country star at 13, 35 million album sales worldwide. LeAnn has topped the pop, country, and Christian charts.
My voice, I do feel like, was a gift from God, and there's sometimes moments where you all of a sudden write these songs and create music within a matter of minutes, and you know that it's totally coming from somewhere else.
Once tagged the little girl with the big voice, LeAnn Rimes has come of age. LeAnn's career was already in full swing at the tender age of 14. Like many of her songs, You Light Up My Life can be interpreted as a religious or a personal declaration. The spiritual power of her voice is certainly not lost on LeAnn herself.
There's been times where I just kind of get emotionally overwhelmed by what I'm saying and what I'm doing, and thousands of people singing my songs, and just that being so overwhelming. And it is. That to me is the closest thing, one of the closest things I've had to spiritual experience is realizing kind of, wow, look at what I'm doing, look at what my music's doing, look at what I've been blessed with. It's just an incredible emotional kind of roller coaster that I go through every time I step on stage. And you light up my life, you give me hope, you carry on, you light up my day, and fill my life with song. Each happy ride, and it feels so right, 'cause you light up my life.
LeAnn was born Margaret LeAnn Rimes in Mississippi in 1982 to Wilbur and Belinda. She was their only and very special offspring.
My mom was told she couldn't have children, and I was basically her miracle child. And I used to roll my eyes when I was a kid when she would tell the story. But now I understand what a miracle, that was. My mom, I always heard her sing around the house, and my dad played guitar, and I would sing with him. We were kind of a musical family.
Her parents realized she had a gift when she was still a toddler.
My dad has tapes of me singing when I was 18 months old, and you couldn't understand a word that I was saying when I was talking, but when I was singing, it was on pitch, and it was very clear and quite weird, actually. Now listening back as an adult to those tapes, it's very strange. But I was just blessed with this gift from a very young age.
When LeAnn was 6, the Rimes family moved to Texas. Now LeAnn was in the heartland of country music.
There were more venues and outlets for me to sing, around Texas, and local operas and different things. I listened to all different types of music when I was a kid, and I loved Broadway, and I wanted to be on stage and do theater and be on Broadway. And my mom told me, she said, well, maybe you should do this country thing because it's so prominent in the South. Maybe that'll get you there. And so that's how it kind of all started for me.
And it started young. LeAnn toured the sports stadia and operas of Texas, singing her heart out. When she was 8, her dad produced recordings of her songs to sell at these events.
So a Star Search welcome for LeAnn Rimes.
And she made her screen debut, winning a local TV talent contest. But LeAnn feels she wasn't being pushed into a singing career. It was simply her destiny.
I absolutely wanted to do this, and it was me kind of pushing my parents to a certain extent. I was really professional and very young, and I owed a lot of that to my parents, and teaching me how to really take care of my business. And every time I went in, every Saturday I would go sing at this local opera. I knew what key I sang the song in, and I, of course, knew all the lyrics, and I would hand out charts to everybody. And I mean, I really was at a very young age, very proper and very professional, and I owe that a lot to my parents.
LeAnn's rendition of the national anthem at sporting events spread her name and fame all across Texas.
The national anthem, of course, is taken very seriously in the States, and you have, veterans that would come up to me after and say, wow, we've never heard anything like that before, especially from a 10-year-old, so it was a great compliment. At 10, you're kind of like, that's nice, thank you. You kind of don't understand how exactly you're affecting people's lives, but it kind of all hits you as you get older, and you kind of start thinking back about, wow, I really was touching a lot of people at that age, very young age.
Even at school, LeAnn had success, jumping 2 grades above her age. But her fame meant she was bullied as well as praised.
As a kid, I was definitely picked on a lot in school by girls. Girls can be very mean and very evil, and my principals and my teachers, I was very close to all of them because they would have to work with me on my studies and different things because I left school so much to perform. And I made straight A's. I was a really good student, and I was kind of, very close to everyone in school as far as the teachers and the principal. And they would put things up on the bulletin boards of, out of the paper of things that I had done over the past week or whatever. It would really cause a lot of friction with girls just being very jealous and never quite understood it.
LeAnn left school at 12, but between home learning and touring the Opries, she still found time for the traditional religion of the South, a church upbringing which nurtured her voice and gave her a continuing fondness for church music.
I was raised as a Southern Baptist, and we went to church a lot when I was a kid, and I was raised in Sunday school, went a very normal church upbringing. And I used to sing in church, and I used to sing a lot of, Amazing Grace and certain hymns, How Great Thou Art, and different things around Texas and the local operas and things. Yeah, absolutely. Christian music and the church was a huge part of my life as a child.
And LeAnn soon became renowned for the unique yodel in her voice, a technique she still uses today.
Okay, let me demonstrate now. There you go. It is a very strange thing that I've been able to do ever since I was a kid. And like I said, it's not really around anymore. It's kind of a dying art.
But it gave LeAnn her big commercial break. At 13, she sang a song which demanded the voice of someone way beyond her years, and it sold over 1 million copies. The little break thing I did for my voice, little yodeling thing, was so unique to anything else that was on radio. It spun me into this whirlwind of success that I, had no idea it was going to happen to me at such a young age. We shot the video for Blue in Austin, Texas, and it was not a very warm day, and they had me floating around on this raft in the middle of freezing cold water, trying not to tip over. It was a blast, though.
Now that it's over, I realize those weak words you whispered. I never really thought of, I guess, what I was missing out on emotionally to, record songs like Blue. To me, I kind of had the acting thing down of understanding what the song was about and being able to really kind of bring those emotions across to the audience. I think that was one of my gifts, along with my voice, was really being able to do that so young and to put those kind of emotions and feelings into a song and be so adult about it.